Where's my remote? Oh, I look bald. Do I need to go put my wig on? Y'all ain't gonna take me serious if I don't have on a wig. Let me put the... Whatever. Let's look at the ornaments. It's on right there. Jesus. Don't start getting on my nerves, man. Stop. You better not get stop. You gonna mess those people's stuff up. Stop. Would you put it down? Put it down. No, go. Back up. Stop. You better stop. I had to go put on a wig, child, because I was looking too bald-headed. Hey, Phoenix girl. You know I had to come in and talk about this. I was looking bald-headed, so I had to go put on me a wig, girl. I had to go put on me a wig. I was looking way too bald-headed. Because I got my hair pulled back in a ponytail because, child, me and this afro, I don't know what kind of hair I have. Sometimes I be thinking I have like really kinky hair, and then when I try to put my hair in an afro, my hair be like, "We're not kinky. We don't want to do that." So yesterday my hair was acting stupid. So I just put it in a ponytail because I was out here looking crazy and I thought my husband was going to divorce me because I was just looking too crazy about the head. But he was like, "You beautiful. I'm not about to divorce you because, your hair kinky." I was like, okay. So, okay, let's just get on into it. Mr. Johnathan Majors then got arrested, child, in New York. There are so many conflicting stories. TMZ is saying one thing. The Associated Press is saying... Everybody has picked the story up. And of course, everybody would pick the story up because of who Johnathan Majors is. He's on the rise right now. So one of the stories that I saw... And this was like, I think one of TMZ's stories was like, as a matter of fact, I'll just read it. I'll read what TMZ said. Is this TMZ? Yeah. Yeah. I don't want y'all to be like, don't be lying on TMZ. This is TMZ. This is their story. Here's what allegedly happened in the lead up to this. Per our law enforcement sources, police were told that the alleged victim is Johnathan Majors' girlfriend. And according to her, they got into an argument while in a taxi returning home from a bar in Brooklyn. Sources say police were told the girlfriend saw another woman texting Johnathan Majors and she confronted him. Trying to sneak a peek at his phone, we're told the victim, which is the girlfriend, claims this got Johnathan Majors mad and that he allegedly grabbed her hand and allegedly slapped her. We're also told the alleged victim claims he put his hands around her neck during this. Our sources say the woman was dropped off somewhere and that Johnathan Major spent the night elsewhere. It appears the girlfriend went to the police the following morning, which was this morning, so I guess the incident happened yesterday, and reported a crime. Johnathan Majors was arrested in New York City this weekend, and according to police, he's being accused of putting his hands on a woman. But Johnathan's team is calling BS. Law enforcement sources tell us the actor was booked Saturday morning on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment. We're told cops responded to a call for service around 11 a.m. near the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan. We're told the alleged victim in the case, a female, relayed to police that Majors had gotten into a dispute with her and proceeded to attack her. Their exact relationship is unknown. Our sources tell us the alleged victim had visible injuries, including a laceration behind her ear, redness, and marks to her face. She was taken to an area hospital and is in stable condition. As for Majors, he was cuffed and taken to jail on the spot as police felt there was enough evidence for probable cause. We're hearing he is currently out of custody. So he ain't in jail no more. They got him out of jail. This is one of those situations where men, it's just going to be crazy, because then there's another component to this where I was on TikTok, and I know that, the age on TikTok, y'all a little young, so you speaking from a younger perspective. It's a lot of black women on TikTok saying this ain't got nothing to do with us. The girlfriend was white. He don't even like black women. So why are we tripping? A man should not put his hands on a woman regardless of her race. Her color does not matter to me at all. Because even if they were arguing, she trying to take your phone, she trying to look at your phone, y'all arguing, you cheating, whatever, it still don't give you the right to put your hands around her neck, on her person, period. Put your phone in your pocket. You don't want your woman to see you getting text messages from another woman. Tighten up. If you're going to be out here cheating on your girlfriend, you need to do it so she can't see it. Now, if she didn't hit you, you know what I mean? You're not defending yourself from violence. You ain't supposed to hit her. And if y'all arguing over a cell phone, ain't no reason for you to put your hands around her neck. None. So I'm trying to, and some pictures gonna come out. They are. The pictures is gonna come out, because this woman people are going to start probably sending her threats, and you know how folks do. You know how people do. When what's that high value man, Kevin Samuels, when he died, the girl that was with him, she caught some flack. So that it's about to be a problem. And she is probably going to defend herself, and her way of defending herself is going to be posting these pictures. This what he did. Phoenix said, I saw you before. Okay, Phoenix, you didn't have to do that, though. I'm going to ask my husband to cut that part out. You didn't even have to say it. Girl, I was looking bald because I got my ponytail in the back. They arrested him at 11 o'clock this morning. The thing happened, the situation happened last night, I guess. So the taxi driver ought to be able to say, hey, yeah, they was in the back. They was back there going at it. He ought to be able to. Hey, Naya. Hey, Blue True. This is the wrong time for something like this. Dude, this man's star is on the rise. But see, too, this is the time when women, he may be outgrowing his girlfriend. He's probably getting too big for her. He can't go nowhere now without being recognized. I'm pretty sure women slide in his DMs. He can't do nothing right now. And she probably can't take it. Honey, it takes a strong woman to be able to take her man, at the level that he's at. You got to have something going on in your own life to be able to deal with your husband or your boy. And that ain't even his wife. That's his girlfriend. You done let somebody that you not even married to mess up your career. You ain't even married to her. You don't even think enough of her to marry her. And you done let her mess your life up? Because they gonna punish him because he black. Now, had that been somebody else, I'd have been like, oh, they gonna get out from under this mess. But Johnathan Majors is black. And you put your hands on a white woman? You must be crazy. Phoenix, leave me alone now. She said ponytail. Girl, did I come back? Did I come back though? Did when I came back though, when I went off camera for a minute and came back, didn't I throw this wig on? I went in there and threw it on so quick. Girl, I told you. These throw and go. All I got to set them comb, put my little hairband on. My edges is already laid. I just didn't put none of that black stuff, the little dark stuff to make it match the hair. But honey, the edges was already laid. So all I had to do was throw the wig on and put on a little hairband. And I'm ready. Girl, I went in there and threw this wig on like it was nothing. Because I looked at myself in the camera and I was like, nah, you looking a little bit too bald-headed. You gotta go put that wig on, girl. And I must have, I keep a wig close. I must have snatched this wig and let me throw this wig on. Because I was planning on wearing this wig to the movies. And I was just being lazy. I had laid down because we was going to see John Wick 4. And I got lazy. I was like, child, I don't feel like putting on no clothes. I got this little tiny t-shirt on. T-shirt about to choke me to death. I went to Five Below. I don't know what happened. But normally, I wear an extra large. The t-shirt is an extra large. And this thing is fitting me like a damn glove. But it's not this. It must be like a little kid, like a teenage extra large or something. Because I've bought extra large shirts from Five Below before. And I noticed when I picked it up that it looked a little small. But I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm... I know not to wash it. Plus the design is, it's that. And these, when you wash them, they sometimes start to peel. And I'm glad the t-shirt was only like $5. Because, honey, it is fitting me like a glove. But I'm going to make it work. Hey, Demona. His career was going. I mean, in every news. I'm surprised. I would be surprised if CNN ain't picked it up. I'm pretty sure they didn't pick it up too. CNN probably got a sound bite. The good thing is they were able to bail him out. So the charges were not bad enough to hold him. They were able to, he was bailed out. And I'm pretty sure it's not like he's going to, do any time. I doubt he has to. I'm pretty sure this is a situation that will be settled out of court. But honey, you need to break up with her. Break up with her. Don't ever speak to her again in your life. Break up with her. Y'all broke up. That's it. You ain't with her no more. You're not with her. Because she about to ruin you about to ruin your career. I'm not gonna say she about to ruin your career. You about to ruin your career with her. So you don't need to be with her no more. Y'all need to break up. You need to be by yourself. You don't need to be in a relationship. Obviously, you having some issues. You don't need to be in a relationship right now. You need to get your life together. Get back on track. Don't be with nobody. Yeah, I really thought that, in all his interviews, he always looked so mild mannered and so, like just like Michael B. Jordan. I hope Michael B. Jordan looking at this like, okay, this can happen to you too. But I always said it's always the ones that you think is like super quiet. You think them be the ones that be out here acting a fool. Those be the crazy ones. Them ones that can, put on the front and seem like they super quiet. Because that's how my first husband was. He was a preacher's kid. Oh yeah, he go to church. He was the craziest person I ever knew. I ain't met nobody as crazy as my first husband. Not one person. Nobody. And this was somebody that grew up in the church. His daddy was a minister. His father died. His mama turned around and married another minister. So his stepfather was a minister, had a church, the whole 9 yards. He grew up going to church all the time, just like I did. They was Church of God in Christ. They was holiness folks. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I gotta, he knew the Bible. Shit, Satan know the Bible. And he turned out to be the craziest person that I have ever met in my whole entire life. So, just because a person seems like they nice and seems like they quiet, that don't mean nothing. Everybody got everybody got an alter ego. Everybody got an ego. Everybody got that little person in their head. Slap shit out of her. You ain't got to take that. And you know, all it take is some of that brown liquor. That brown liquor would have you out here acting a complete fool. Okay? They had probably been out to the club. They didn't have some of that brown liquor. And he just didn't have enough. She probably just... I hate this for him, though. I hate it. He does in all of his interviews. Every interview I have seen with Johnathan Majors, he just seems so sweet and humble and, you know, and you out here choking folks. You out here. Now, to his defense, some people are easily bruised. Maybe but I can't defend him. Because I was going to say, maybe he just, like pushed her and, scratched her accidentally. Or maybe he was trying to, she trying to get his phone. He trying to push her off of him. And maybe, I don't know. I don't know. You want to help the person in the situation, but if it's actually what they say it was, then you don't want to help him, because then you physically abused her. You hurt this woman. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure there's no video of what happened in the but she's not gonna come out and say, unless she comes out and say, we were fighting over the phone, I'm trying to get the phone and he accidentally hit me. But she wouldn't have called the police though, if she knows that part of it was her fault. Hey, honeybee, she wouldn't have called the police on him. Like if they were tussling over the phone and, he accidentally scratched her, why would she call the police? Because you know that part of that is your fault. Now, if he just slapped her and, nah, dude, you where you supposed to be. You supposed to be in jail. Even if she was trying to, look at his phone, take his phone, you still don't choke me and slap me. You put your phone in your pocket. Quit. You as a celebrity, you can't put yourself in a position where you leave behind evidence. Where you going? Where you going?
Nowhere. Why?
Because you got your coat on.
Because it's cold.
Oh. Look at this little tiny t-shirt that I got from Five Below.
That's supposed to be anime?
No, it's supposed to be an extra large. You did not have to laugh, though.
It's the way you said it.
Shirt off. I mean, it's on my arms. It's all squoles. It's all tight in here. I got big arms, though. But, God, oh. Maybe I can stretch it. I don't know, child. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any camera footage because this happened in a taxi cab. It's not like the cab drivers have cameras. So it's not going to be any footage of the incident. It's going to be his word against hers. And I'm pretty sure that Marvel and everybody else going to step in and give him a good lawyer. He going to get a good lawyer. And that's going to put her in a position to defend herself. So, I don't know. It doesn't look good. You know what I mean? It doesn't look good. And if he did it, I would rather him come out and say, I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake. Than pretending like he didn't do it. Like they're already saying. Like his team has already come out and said he didn't do anything wrong. I would rather him as a man just come out and say, I made, a huge mistake. You know what? Don't start.
Oh yeah. You gave me one. Oh,
I gave you, babe. I gave you a snicker.
Been holding out. I was like, okay. She threw something to me and said, "Don't say I never gave you nothing."
But you act like I got 20. I only got 2. Mm-hmm. I gave you a snicker though. Mm-hmm. You don't even like those marshmallow candies.
Who turned you on to marshmallows?
Babe, the only thing you turn me on to marshmallows is them pinwheel cookies.
Same thing.
You act like I ain't never had a marshmallow in my life.
That's the same thing.
You kill me. The person that didn't even know that Doritos, that nachos.
Don't bring that up. Mm.
Don't give me. I will tell your whole. I'd spill all your tea.
See?
Shoot.
I tell you, it's the woman whom thou gavest me. Thine one.
That's Gizmos.
How you get beef jerky, blood?
Because they didn't have no bacon.
How you just gonna get beef jerky?
Child, I don't know what to say about this. I'm really hurt about this situation. I really am, because I don't want this to happen to any. It's not just I don't want it to happen to Johnathan Majors because he's black. I don't want it to happen to anybody.
Come on.
I wouldn't be happy if this happened to anybody. But, he is black. I don't know. I really don't. And I'm not even going to throw the race component in there. I want to. But y'all be getting mad at me when I say stuff. I'm just not in the mood for one of them long, drawn out emails about how I hate white women. So I don't feel like going. I'm not even going to go into that component about black men wanting to be with these white women. That's what you want. You want that. I ain't even gonna go there. I'm gonna let everybody else talk about that, because child, they talk about it on TikTok. Because I didn't even know that Johnathan Majors had a proclivity for white women. I didn't even know it until this incident happened, and now people are I guess he was at the Oscars, or he was at one of the award shows with probably this girl, and she's a frail looking white girl. Like, she's small, but Johnathan Majors is big, so he gonna make everybody look small because he's so buffed. Honey, it's a lot of people on TikTok. Yeah, I knew he had one child. He said he had a daughter that's 9 years old. But somebody said he didn't just had a baby. So I'm not really sure. He doesn't really talk about his personal life a lot. But I did hear him in I'm so nosy. I'm trying to hear what my husband told my child. I did hear him in one interview. Oh, I had to sleep in this thing last night because I got the trigger finger. And like the blanket stuff be getting stuck on here. Um he did say in the interview that he has a 9-year-old daughter. Now, somebody said he just had a baby. I don't know if that's true or not. So, I don't know. And to be honest, I don't care who he dates. Because it's not like I might ever meet him. I mean, I would love to see our black men love on our black women. But, I mean, because Michael B. Jordan, he loved him some other too. I've seen, pictures of him with um other women. Women that weren't black. So, I don't know. A lot of these men, once they get a little bit of money, they'll go with anybody but us. So we just gonna have to wait. This is the top story for the weekend. Everybody is talking about it, which is sad. Hey RJ, this is really sad. I mean, I could see him keeping his child under wraps. Like if I had a child, I wouldn't want, and I was a celebrity like that. I wouldn't want everybody to know who my child was either. I would keep that stuff under wraps. Now he wasn't trying to keep his girlfriend under wraps because he was at he took her to one of the award shows.
Come to
Hold on.
TurboTax and
Let me see. It's a picture of him. Where was that video? It's a picture of him with her at the award show. And the girl that did the video was like, "Oh, I just want to let y'all know that that he ain't out here, for us anyway." I don't know what that video is, but it's on TikTok. I mean, it is so many articles and videos of him on TikTok. It's sad. It's bad. Yeah, but I think he keeps his life. He tries to keep his life private. Period. He seems like that type of person to want to keep his life private. And I don't, I don't have a problem with that. Keep your girl, because he know if he was seen with the girl, with the white girl, he knew it was going to be some problems. And your PR team probably tell you Keep that under wraps. You trying to get the African American community. You want them all to be on your side, and you know how these black women are. So you don't want to be seen, in a lot of publications with a white woman. The PR team probably told him that. Keep that under wraps. Like, yeah, y'all can go to the award shows and stuff, but just don't be out here taking a whole lot of pictures. And I don't think he doesn't have a social media. He said, the stuff that people say to him, like I saw one of those, what is it, BuzzFeed, reading thirst traps, and he said on the show, I don't have social media. So, like I would never see what people are saying about me. So if his girlfriend caught another woman texting him, then you gave her your number. You gave her your number because you don't have no social media. So it's not like she's sliding in your DMs. So you did that. Yeah, it is definitely a marketing strategy. It definitely is. Don't let the people see you with a significant other unless it's your wife. Now, if it's your wife, that's different. And still, I think when it's a interracial relationship, even it being his wife, I think they want you to limit, what you put on social media. Because Umbaku, I don't know what that dude's real name is, but the one Umbaku, the big dude in Black Panther, his either girlfriend or wife is white also. And so when the first Black Panther came out, people went to his social media and scoured his social media and found the one or two pictures that he had with his girlfriend who was Caucasian. And then they were like, oh, he don't even like black women. And I bet you his PR team had told him, take that picture down. You're gonna have some problems. Take that picture down. And she probably was like, you better not. You better not take my picture down. Cause that was before he was famous. And then you gonna get famous and take my picture down? No. Who you follow on Instagram? Mbaku? What's his real name? I don't know what his real name is. So all I can call him is Mbaku. I don't follow him on Instagram. I might. I don't know. Child. Ain't no telling who I follow on Instagram. Because I follow somebody and forget all about you. So I might. I might follow him on Instagram. I don't know. Johnathan Majors? He said he didn't have social media. He got Instagram? I'm about to go see. Because he... Oh, Lord. So now the Shade Room says, update, law enforcement says the alleged victim accusing Johnathan Majors of assault is his girlfriend. Well, we figured that. We figured that. Oh, these are all fan pages though. On Instagram, all of these that I see are fan pages. Because he said on BuzzFeed or whatever show that was, he don't have Winston Duke. Thank you. Thank you. Um Winston Duke, he liked the white women too. So, and then a few people were on his page when they found out that his girlfriend was white. They were like upset, like, we can't have nobody. But I mean, you have to realize that a lot of these guys that have went to college, um, Johnathan Majors graduated from a prestigious college. You're around a lot of white girls in college and stuff, and you date who you go to school with. I don't I don't fault him for that. I mean, he's got an interesting look. I don't consider him, like, if I was in my 30s, I don't think I would be attracted to him. He has a nice body. Now, the body is nice, but he's not my type. He looked kind of hard in the face. He looked kind of hard in the face, and Michael B. Jordan looked too soft in the face. Michael B. Jordan looked like a little kid to me. So neither of them are my type. Now Denzel, that's my type right there. Denzel is fine. Denzel was fine. He got a little bit older. He's still handsome. But when he was like in his 20s and his prime, like, he was fine, fine. Like, god damn, he fine. Why do people care about who other folks sleep with? We just do. People do. People do. People care. Because for one reason, you know, as a black woman, you look at the situation, and it's like every black man, you know, successful black man does not want a black woman. You feel like these black men feel like white women are a prize. So why are we not the prize? People care about who people sleep with. That's real. You gonna look at black men and wonder, why they always with, why can't they be with someone black? That's real. It was disputed whether she was black or white. She's talking about someone who said she didn't care because he doesn't like black women. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care who you sleep with. I got a husband. But there are a lot of people who care. Especially black women, when we look at someone and find them attractive, oh yes, he is this, is, we got this rising star in the African American community, and then you look down and, oh, he don't even like black women. Because it's that when you see them with a white woman, you assume that he doesn't like black women because he's with a white woman. So it's a lot that goes into that. A lot, a lot. And that goes back to slavery and everything. That goes into the light skinned versus dark skinned black women, all of that. So it's a lot to why, black women get upset when black men don't like us or don't pick us or don't choose us. Because it's very rare that you will see a successful white man with a black woman on his arm. Or he's going to put down white women for black women. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I know there are celebrities who are, married to white women. I know there are white celebrities married to black women. I know it happens. But it seems like it happens more with black men with white women or women other than black. Yeah, Denzel is handsome. I didn't get it until I was in my 20s. Yeah, Denzel has always been. But see, me and Denzel is around. He's a little bit older than I am. He's in his 60s, I think. I ain't in my 60s yet. But even when, how old is Denzel? Even when I was in my 20s, I always thought Denzel was attractive. That's what I consider attractive. Ooh, he's 68. He is 10 years older than I am. I didn't know Denzel was that old. God damn. I didn't know he had 10 years on me. I thought we was closer in age. I thought he was only like 63 or something. He's 68. Apparently, it's similar in the UK. I saw this unhinged YouTuber in a IRR talk about how he gets angry when we are and he feels like he owns us. He get angry when we are what? That's all over the world though. Yeah, he shouldn't put his hands on anybody. You don't have a right to put your hands on any woman, black or white. You wrong, period. Especially if it's over something as childish as you trying to hide your phone or you didn't got caught because you cheating. You caught. Own up to it. But you don't fight. Like violence shouldn't even, like this your girlfriend. This is supposed to be somebody that you love. You are a celebrity. Even if you weren't a celebrity, violence should not be your go-to to settle a disagreement. I'm not going to choke you and slap you because you didn't caught me cheating. RJ said, honestly, I think the media promotes that lie about successful black men only dating white women. How's it a lie? How? When we see it, when we see these celebrities dating white women, we see these celebrities married to white women. How is that a lie? If you see it, I don't think they can promote something if you married to her. Uh, let's see. According to the most recent census data on interracial marriages, only 17% of Black Americans marry outside of their race. While this data shows that Black people are more likely to marry each other instead of someone of another race, many concerned women still feel that men with an immense amount of weight and immense amount of wealth and fame tend to marry non-black women more often. So, Tiger Woods. God, there's so many pages. Bryant Gumbel, Cuba Gooding, Evan Ross, Michael Jordan, Amari Hardwick, Tay Diggs, Terrence Howard. Should I keep going? All of these black men. And that's just some of the celebrities that we know that married. So how is that the media playing mind games? This is really happening. That's not even going back to like the later when it became popular. Because see, at first, black men couldn't marry white women. You know, there was against the law, all the stigma and everything. So in the 70s and 80s, when that became popular, because my husband was married to a white woman. They got married in the 80s. And he talks about how, black women would see them together and look at them crazy. So, yeah, it happens. And it's not the media portraying something. This is something that is really happening. But you're a black man, so you're coming from a totally different perspective than I am. The way you look at things is going to be different because you're a black man. You're not going to feel about the situation the same way that I do because you can't. I'm a black woman. And if the roles were reversed, I couldn't feel the same way that you feel. If you thought that black women were not looking at you because they were too busy looking at white men, I couldn't say anything to your feelings because I'm not a black man. You can't see things the same way that I do. But it's not a mind game if we see it. And that's just 5 or 6 celebrities. Kobe Bryant. The majority of black basketball players have white wives. Most of these dudes black guys in the NBA have white or other Asian, Filipino, mixed, anything but black. Now, there are some NBA players, of course, that have black wives, but there are a lot that don't. Phoenix said data shows most married black people are married within the community, but black men are much more likely to marry interracially, especially black men with money. because it's a status thing. That white woman is a trophy for them. You know, when you get some money, you move in different circles. I just saw this video on YouTube. So I guess the 15th was match week for people in medical school. It's it's the day when you find out like what hospital you're going to do your internship in or whatever. And I saw this video, this interracial couple. I don't know if the young man, he was African American. I'm not sure if he was a medical student also, but the young lady was a medical student. And she didn't get matched. She did not get picked by any medical school. And my first thought was, see, you didn't pick one, and she gonna be old jackleg doctor. But he don't care. He don't care because, he got his trophy. RJ said, not for me. I date beautiful black women who are successful and they are great. I don't need to look outside. But that's you though. That's you. For one thing, you're not a celebrity. You're not a football player. You're not a basketball player. I'm talking about celebrities. And it's not just in to be honest, it's not just celebrities. I have two sons. Neither of them date black women. Not like not like that. On purpose. And it hasn't bothered me. But I just always wondered why you go outside of your race to date. Like, you don't find black women attractive? And one of my sons was like, no. And that was kind of like a slap in the face for me. And my son was like, well, I don't have to find you attractive. You my mama. But still. So, I don't know. But I know it happens. But Phoenix said the more money, the more likely, because they promote marrying down. They don't promote marrying down. But see, some of these women that they get married to, it's not like they're always rich. Because I don't think, was Kobe's wife, was she rich? Wasn't she a model or something when they met? I don't think she had, like, she didn't have Kobe money. But she wasn't black. Because Kobe was with Brandy for a minute. I don't think they was together. I don't think they was together that long. I know he took her to her prom. And it kind of looked like they were kind of trying to make it seem like they was together, but that didn't last long at all. That didn't last long. I mean, there are some men out here that, love black women and only date black women. I have never dated outside of my race. Never. I'm not at all attracted to white men. The just the thought of it. I've never even dated a white man. I've only dated African American, Caribbean, African. You from the diaspora or you from the Caribbean. You African American adjacent. If you not African American, you something. You African, Caribbean, something. Our ancestors were related. I'm not about to date somebody that your ancestors was the oppressor, the colonizer. Because every time I'm with you, I'm gonna be thinking about that. I can't do it. I just can't. No, I saw that. I know what you meant, Phoenix. That they don't want to date down. And Indian women and Latino women date Indian women and Latino women and Tongan women and all of them. They don't go outside their race. I ain't never seen. We have a really large Tongan community here in the Bay Area, and if you have ever passed by a Tongan church, when they out, it ain't no black people there. Ain't no white people there. They don't date outside their race. They don't. And I went to school with a Tongan boy and girl. They were a little bit younger than I was. And a lot of the girls thought he was cute. He was, of course, light skinned. He had the long hair, long, cold black hair. But he was like up front. I can't bring none of y'all black girls home. Oh, my family has already kind of like picked out a girl for me. He didn't date nobody at the school. I knew then. I was like, oh, they serious. And I rarely see um Hispanics interracial. I'm not saying it don't happen, but you don't see it as often. Not here in the Bay Area. But you do see a lot of interracial couples, black and white. But and you see a lot of Filipino and black here in the Bay Area. A lot. These black men out here love them some Filipino women. Because all my grandkids, except for one, are Filipino. And one is Caucasian and black. But everybody else is Filipino and black. Yeah, that's how they maintain their culture. That's why our culture is so watered down now because it's so mixed. Our culture is so mixed now. That's why it's so watered down. Eventually the real Afrocentric that's gonna be gone. Because these mixed kids, they not gonna carry that banner. Because, just like my granddaughter, if you ask her what she is, she'd be like, oh, I'm Blasian. She don't have that power to the people, Afrocentric, wanting to wear the African clothes and all that. I ain't wearing that shit. That's on you. That we are, our culture is truly watered down. And we even have, the white people now practicing voodoo and, being allowed into all black spaces. We don't have nothing. We don't have a culture. Phoenix said, I think on the East Coast, Latinos are more likely to date outside. Yeah, it's not here. It's not here. And we have a very large Latino population. But the majority of them that I see, they with their own people. Too many of us hate ourselves. We do. We do. We too busy trying to be like them or be like what we think they want us to be like. What time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock. What we having for dinner? My husband better not be in there asleep. So, for the people that follow me on Facebook, you probably will see this. I'm not going to show it here. But my granddaughter, okay, this is a proud grandparent moment. Um, my granddaughter received a scholarship to play in the let me get it right, child, because I'll be the made up some shit. She received a scholarship to attend the Warriors basketball camp this summer. So they got their jerseys today. I guess they went down to the Warriors training camp because that is where they allow them to practice at not the not where the Warriors practice. I think where they used to practice. I don't think they practice there anymore. But the Warriors have a training camp in downtown Oakland where they used to go and practice. I don't think they practice there now though, because they're not in Oakland anymore. But it's still there. It's still, got all of the Warriors emblems and, decorations and all that kind of stuff. So she is going to be playing on the girls. One thing I do love about the Warriors is they put a lot of money into girls playing basketball. Of course, they, have a funding for the boys also, but they are really boosting the girls up, getting the girls really into the sport and everything. I love that for them. I really do. So my granddaughter made the team, and she's going to be playing this summer. Right, she's supposed to be playing right now on another team, but she hurt her finger, and so she's on the bench for a while. Your grandmother was a priestess devotional. Oh, you got a class, Phoenix? Okay, sweetie. Well, thanks for coming. I love that more culture stays intact in Latin America. I think it's still active in the deep black South. I don't know. I think New York has a different culture than the Bay Area. You know, it depends on what part of the Bay Area that you live in. Like if you live in Oakland, of course, it's a lot of black people in Oakland. But in San Francisco, in the city that I live in, I think it's more white than it is black. My husband must have went in there and went to sleep. Why they couldn't just tell me? Shit. Okay, San Francisco is 15% Hispanic. Uh, that's not what I want to know. I want to know what is the breakdown for. Okay, so California population 34% non Hispanic, white, 5% African American, 1% Native American, 16% Asian, 4% Pacific Islander. They say Hispanics are the largest racial slash ethnic group in California. And it don't even seem like it's that many Hispanics in California, but I guess they are. Because this is from the census. Hispanics are the largest group in California. I knew we wasn't because black people are implants to California anyway. We came here. We came here for, our ancestors came here for jobs in like the 50s and 60s. And when a lot of those jobs dried up, some of the black people went back to the South. When these jobs dried up here, when, the factory jobs and stuff dried up here in the Bay Area, a lot of the people did go back to the South. So I can see how, it ain't a whole, it may seem like there's a lot of us here, but it ain't. Yeah, California was Mexican or Native American, Mexican, whatever. We implants. Now, I was born here, but I was the first generation of grandkids born here in California. My family ain't from here. So, yeah, we're not. It just seems like it's a lot of black folks in California, but it's not. It's definitely not. Okay, Phoenix. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Latin people. I love their food and everything, and part of their culture, part of the Latin culture is intertwined in our culture because a lot of Hispanic people practice, some form of Santeria or, something. And that kind of brings us together because the majority of people, if are in a house, if you've been initiated in a house, more than likely you're going to have some Hispanic brothers or sisters in the house with you because they also practice. So, I don't have a problem with. It's a large Hispanic community in, parts of Richmond. California is weird. Like everybody seems to be kind of, I don't want to say it's segregated, but and I guess it's like that in all states. The black people live over here, the Mexican people live here, the Asian people live here, the white people, live here. Like the area that we live in is predominantly white and Asian. There's not a whole lot of Hispanic people in this area. But when you go to Richmond, there's a lot of Hispanic people in Richmond. So it just depends Hey, different kind of glam. It just depends on, where you live. But I believe it's like that in all cities. Where we used to live, we didn't live too far from the, Hispanic area. So that's it, y'all. We didn't got off of Jonathan Majors and got on race relations and everything, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the story is probably going to come out tomorrow. There's probably going to be pictures. I'm pretty sure this woman is, she's probably going to come out, and because I'm pretty sure everybody is trying their best to, get an interview with her. So I don't know. It's going to be a mess for a while. And sucks. Island Hispanic are more black than our mainland counterparts. Yeah, but they don't consider themselves, they consider themselves Hispanic or Latin or whatever. They don't want to have nothing to do with, you know, the black culture or anything. And I don't care. Be who you want to be, child. Be who you want to be. So that's it, y'all. I'm about to go see, is the peanut gallery sleep. He should not be sleep at no 8 o'clock. Um, I want to go get something to eat before I get too late. And I don't know what I want to eat. It's actually too late to eat anything heavy. So I might just go to Safeway and get a sandwich. That's probably about that's probably all I need. Oh, we about to watch Swarm. My husband want to watch that. I watched what is it? The Godfather of New York. I started watching that last night. I know that's old. Y'all probably didn't already seen that. I started watching that last. I don't really like mob type movies. I'm not really into that. But it's kind of interesting. Oh, okay. Your Cuban grandmother? Yeah, I mean, as long as I've talked to my granddaughter about the African American culture, and she does not consider herself all Asian. Of course, she considers herself to be Blasian, which is um black and Asian, but she's not into black culture. Like right now, I don't think she's into any culture. I don't think she's really into Filipino culture either. She's still young. She hasn't gotten to the point where, because I don't think when I was 14, I was into black culture. I wasn't into nobody's culture at 14. I didn't start really getting into black culture until I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? When I really started understanding what culture was and all of that, I was like in my 20s. So I'm not really tripping off of her and stuff. So that's it, y'all. I'm going to get off here. If anything interesting happens tomorrow, we have any updates or anything, I may come in tomorrow and talk about it because my husband got to go to work tomorrow and I'll be here by myself. So that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all say a prayer for Mr. Jonathan Majors because, I'm pretty sure he is feeling bad. He probably feels like, gosh, I made a huge mistake, you know, and we all make mistakes. He just made a really bad one. Really bad. But we've all done things. All of us. Okay? We've all made mistakes. And, hopefully he won't do this again. Because this is a bad one. I don't condone violence against women. This is really, really upsetting for me. So I hope he, you know, takes care of this. Maybe he needs to go to anger management or something. He's gonna have to prove himself. After this, he's gonna have to do some apologizing, some butt kissing, a lot to get up out of this. So I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Bye.